All right. So let's see what's going on for Virgo. All right, Virgo. Well, movement. Two very different cards. And they're both eights. You know, this happened with Cancer. They had two sixes, the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. You have the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so, well, let's just look at it like it is. Virgo, it looks like you are going to have sudden news, which I feel like is good news, coming the second half of August. Now, this could be around this new moon solar eclipse on Monday the 21st, which is going to be a big, powerful moon. I feel like you guys are going to hear some good news. You could possibly hear some good news. You could possibly be traveling, work promotion, but you're feeling a little bit not great about some things or some circumstances around this particular situation. If it's a move towards a new job, you may feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if I'm seeing it clearly. And of course, we're in Mercury retrograde, so you may be feeling like you're not, again, seeing clearly. You may feel a little bit tied up and can't make any movements. Maybe you've been offered a position and yet possibly you haven't sold your house where you live, so you can't make those changes yet. Something about your offered awesome news, but yet you're not quite there yet. Something is holding you back. And these two eights represent, in numerology, they represent abundance, strength. And the major arcana cards, they represent the strength card, which is the universal sign for we've got your back. So you may want to, take some time and get clear on what it is and where you're going. I feel like this solar eclipse, let's see, what sign are you guys? A Virgo. Okay, so you would be what? You're not a cardinal sign. You're not a fixed sign. I think you're a mutable sign, if I'm correct. And mutable signs shouldn't have too much problems with an eclipse. It's the fixed signs that do, and I hope I'm right about this. So you guys Google or let me know if you're a fixed sign or a mutable sign. I think you're mutable. I think Leo before you is fixed, and yeah, you're mutable, and then Libra is cardinal. So anyway, so, okay, let's look at September and see what comes up here. And I'm reading these straight up. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, Virgo, there's a lot of victory and success around your work. We have this Eight of Wands here, which is a very positive one card. This is around your work and the creativity you put out in your life, the work that you do on a day-to-day basis, the news you're going to hear is positive news. And then here we see the victory, and we see the guy who's, riding his horse through the village, and he's just been acknowledged and acclaimed, and people are like, yay, you've done great work, you're doing great work. And remember, though, this is not without the help and support of other people. So I feel like in one way, your work situation can really go well for you. And then interestingly enough, under the Eight of Swords, where you're like, I'm not seeing it, I can't make a move. Then the Death card comes up. And as we know, the Death card is the sign of transformation. So it feels like that you are going to need to see things in a different light. You've got this great vibe going on, this positive vibe. And yet when you let go of the old beliefs or the old thinking or what's not pulling you forward, you can transform into, I haven't been pulling clarification cards, but for you guys for this reading, I feel a need to. Okay, clarification cards, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is sometimes we feel like there's so many opportunities and we're not seeing clearly. Again, it's interesting. It's sort of like the Eight of Swords, but there's so much here. We almost feel like we're not grounded, because this cup looks good, this opportunity, this feeling here of this person. These are about our feelings. So you all, it's about getting clear on what you want and taking what really makes your heart sing, so that you can transform that into opportunity, into growth. Interesting reading. You have two very positive cards and two that, well, actually, I love this card. This means for me transforming so that new positive circumstances and people can come into your life. Let's see what the transition card is from August to September. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, well, this card is known as of course, it's about money. So he's known as the miserly card, the miser. He hangs on to his money. He's watching his bottom line. Virgo, you are a earth sign, so you do represent the pentacles. So, it's like, okay, we have some movement here. We have some news that may come in your inbox in the next 2 to 3 days, but I don't know about it. I'm kind of hanging on to my money, so this may not be the right opportunity. But so you're hanging on, you're making sure that you have enough. Like I said, maybe you haven't sold the house, maybe the funds haven't come in. We're in Mercury retrograde, but still people are cheering you on. It's ripe. The situation is ripe for you to be victorious. You just need to let go of some of those beliefs, those thinking, let yourself transform spiritually. Maybe see that you do. This is the question I would ask. How can you, let's see, this is the question. How can I feel secure in my money and know that I'll always be taken care of? Do you have faith that no matter what, even if you're seeing your last dollar in the bank account, will there be more that comes in to help you take care of your needs? Will I always be taken care of? One thing I always say every day is, I am financially provided for every moment of my life. Or you can say, I'm financially provided for every day of my life. Because I feel like this card for me, the Eight of Swords, brings up something around money. And then this Four of Pentacles came up. All right, so let me go ahead and look in this is my crystal, and I'm not going to hold it over the cards because there's too much color that comes in. Yeah, there's opportunity and growth. You're just not seeing it. It's interesting when these 1, 2, 3, well, for you guys, it's almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. 2 of them, though, are not incubated. So in other words, what this means to me is there is more to see. This card is right on. There's more that you need to know. There's more that you need to understand so that you can feel this victory and you can transform your life and you can have opportunities. Now, stay grounded with these opportunities. And that'll be interesting to see what comes up from mid-September through mid-October. This will probably spell out some of those opportunities that are coming for you. Yeah, some of you, I'm seeing like it's interesting, like a building that would be more like an adobe, like you think of in the Southwest United States, possibly New Mexico, possibly Arizona, Utah, just that sort of stucco type building. I'm not really sure how this pertains to you, but Interestingly enough, a lot of blue around it. So I'm not sure. This could be the sky, that it's just such a clear area. So any of you all that have ties in the New Mexico, Santa Fe, Sedona, Arizona, I'm just saying this could be real estate. This could be you have a second home. This could be you're wanting to move to that area. That might be around this, because sometimes this means possibly moving. All right. And a lot of green around you. And for me, you know, the opportunity to make money in what you love to do, but to be clear about it. Which opportunity is the best for you? What's going to give you the best growth? All right. So I'm going to count the original 6 cards. I hope this was of benefit to you. This is, like I said, a lot about your work. And then you have some feelings of, or some thoughts of, I can't move. And yes, this card is all about movement. The 8 of Rods is movement, quick movement. And yet you're tied up. You're not seeing it. But then you have victory and success. And you're able to transform. In between, you're watching your bottom line big time. Okay? So we have 2 8s. So 8 and 8 is 16, and 4 is 20. 6 and 26 and 13 is what? 26 and 13 is 39. 3 and 9 is 12. And I'll do that in the major arcana cards. But 1 and 2 is 3. Of course, in numerology, 3 represents optimism, hope. It's the color yellow. It's about feeling that, you know, life is in our corner. Life is for us. You know, the universe is a friendly universe. Let me just put it that way. All right. And 12 in the major arcana is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about turning your back on routine and searching out answers. And this could be problem solving. You may feel like you're missing out on life. This possibly could be your time to, around the solar eclipse, to take the time out to figure out what it is you need to do to see this victory and transform, okay? You may want to turn your back on routine. Maybe some of you are so practical, you know, and the routine has been there, and you're like, you know, I just want to do things differently, but I don't know how. This card could actually end up being a positive card for you, because it could be opportunities are thrown your way. I know I keep saying this, but opportunities are thrown your way. And this card indicates the same thing. But you're like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to sit in my lounge chair and think about this. This is not something I want to move forward too quickly on. But again, you are acknowledged for your decision because it transforms you.